Every series has its highs and lows, and Naruto is no exception. When people mention the worst arcs in Naruto, most people usually say that the War Arc was by far the worst, but I disagree with that because I essentially divide the War Arc into sub-arcs, some of which are great, and others which are completely horrible.
Naruto-kun?
But there is another arc that is far, far worse than the War Arc. Maybe a little bit more inoffensive than the worst parts of the war, but bad nonetheless, and a lesson as to how not to write a shonen arc. And this arc is the Tenchi Bridge Arc. Before we get to the explanation as to why this arc is so bad, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and ring the notification bell. I've seen people claiming that this arc, the Tenchi Bridge Arc, is completely unnecessary for the story and it's a filler arc. And no, this arc is actually very important. Even though it's not good, it's important for the story. First, because it reintroduces Sasuke into the narrative, the second most important character in the series. It also shows how powerful the full might of the Nine Tails can be, and it also brings back Orochimaru, the main villain of Naruto Part 1. Pretty big deal. This had to happen. Sasuke had to come back somehow. Also, he couldn't have come back in the very first arc of Naruto Shippuden because that wouldn't be very satisfactory. When a character leaves and something very bad happens, like Sasuke leaving for Orochimaru, you have to miss the character for some time in order for that to have the necessary impact in the story. So this arc is important, but the way Kishimoto went about writing it wasn't very good. First of all, Kakashi is bad written because of the Kamo usage in the first arc of Naruto Shippuden. He cannot go in the mission, and this is very much a choice by Kishimoto. He could have easily said that, oh, this mission happens like a month after the Kazekage rescue mission, so Kakashi is fine and Kakashi can go. But no, he wanted to introduce Yamato into the narrative. And the problem is, Kakashi is one of the most popular characters and one of the coolest characters in Naruto, so his replacement has to be a good character. Is Yamato a good character? No, not really. Yamato is kind of boring, man. Really, tell me a characteristic about Yamato. What's his personality like? You can't really say because the character is just bland. He is kind of funny when he's telling that story to Naruto about how Jiraiya got pummeled by Tsunade when Jiraiya wanted to peep on her, and Naruto was about to do the same for Sakura. That's a funny beat, but that's the only memorable scene I have from Yamato. The rest is just like nothing. He has wood style, but it's pretty inconsequential. He's just there as a plot device to contain the four tails. That's it. That's the only reason Yamato is in there. And sure, yeah, maybe Kakashi couldn't have done that, but still, you could have written something around. Kakashi would have been cooler in this mission, I think. However, it's very clear that Kishimoto wanted Sasuke to meet Kakashi later on. And even though that happens later on, it's not very impactful anyway because they completely gloss over the Sasuke versus Kakashi fight. So yeah, you didn't start off very good with Yamato replacing Kakashi because he's just not a very interesting character. He doesn't have much of a personality. He even vanishes for half of the story. He's not present in the war because he was kidnapped, so he's not present in Naruto for most of it. And we're stuck with a character that, with hindsight, will get no development. And the same thing goes for Sai, which is supposed to be Sasuke's replacement here. Sure, his character is supposed to be emotionless. He's not supposed to understand the emotions of others, but I just don't like that character trope. The character arc these characters undergone are very usually the same. They learn to have emotions. There isn't much thing new you can do here. Sai is only used to bump up the mystery in the arc and a little bit of the tension. Oh, is Sai going to join Orochimaru? Oh, is Sai a good guy? What's Sai's actual purpose? What's in his book? And yeah, it's a little cool when you're going in the mission for the first time to read that, but after that, you know, Sai, he doesn't have any development whatsoever outside of this very arc. He has like a couple of scenes later on. He is not important at all, and you're just stuck with his character the entire arc. A character that will amount to nothing, and he is not even very interesting to begin with. Sure, his jutsus look pretty cool, that I'll give you that, but other than that, he doesn't have much going for him. Another very usual complaint about this arc is the pacing, but this is actually an anime-only problem, because to be honest, this arc is well paced in the manga. It's pretty quick. It doesn't drag like it does in the anime because they put so much fluff in it in the anime. It's insane. Some full episodes are just filler episodes in the middle of the arc, and you think they are not filler because, oh, they're in the middle of the arc. But for example, the simulation episode, when they simulate the entire mission, that episode is filler. It is not in the manga. It makes the story slower, which isn't good. So we have a dynamic with Naruto and Sai that's very antagonistic, and obviously they'll get a little bit closer to each other by the end of the arc. And that's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just that Sai doesn't really have a lot of development later. Sakura is pretty much there, but honestly, she doesn't do anything in the arc. I mean, she fights Kabuto for like 5 seconds, and that's it. She also heals Naruto, but I mean, after her sorcery fight, which was very epic, she doesn't do much here, which is kind of disappointing. And then, as I said before, Yamato has the personality of a cardboard box, so not very interesting. But now let's talk about the meat and potatoes of this arc, which is the encounter with our antagonists. They first encountered Kabuto and Orochimaru, and yes, that is by far the best part of the arc. This part is actually great, you know, Kabuto being a double spy, double-crossing Sasori, and then, oh no, he's actually with Orochimaru all along, oh no, but that was pretty good. And then, of course, Orochimaru versus the Four Tails is a great fight. And that was the first time we were legitimately scared of Naruto, of him being taken over by that powerful beast and just destroying everything. That fight was good in the manga and it was good in the anime, so yeah, there's no problem with that whatsoever. And then when we get to the Orochimaru hideout, some very unfortunate things start to happen. Actually, they start a little bit before in the arc, but let's get to it. Orochimaru, Kabuto, and Sasuke all act completely out of character during this arc. Why is Kabuto and Orochimaru, the two slimiest characters in the entire series, actively saving our protagonists? This doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Oh, it's because they can kill another Akatsuki in the future. Why though? Killing Naruto would be very advantageous because the Akatsuki wouldn't be able to get the Nine Tails anyway. It would take years for the chakra to coalesce back into the world, just like the Three Tails did eventually after Rin died, actually. Killing Naruto, Orochimaru was about to kill Naruto in part 1 when they were fighting in the three-way deadlock. He was like, oh man, Naruto learned the Rasen, gotta go kill him. Why did he change? Is it because Sasori died? Is that it? Because killing Naruto here would be a very good move if you want to screw up the Akatsuki's plans. And Kabuto is like, oh no, don't kill them. Kabuto is like the worst character. He heals Sakura. Why would he heal Sakura? She was going after you in your hideout. But the worst, that's Sasuke. Because Sasuke was about to Kirin Team 7 and one-shot every single one of them because of reasons. And literally, that's the reason, because Sasuke had a whim, and his whim was to kill Team 7 and Naruto right then and there. This essentially destroys and unravels the character development Sasuke had during the Valley of the End fight, when Sasuke decided not to kill Naruto, because that's what Itachi wanted him to do, and that's how Sasuke could have awakened the Mangekyo Sharingan and gained more power. But he decided, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do what my bastard brother told me to do. No, I'm not gonna kill Naruto. And this hints that there is still this bond between the two, that Sasuke is not willing to go all the way. It's very deep and emotional, and it's great in part 1 in the Valley of the End. But then, in Naruto Shippuden, for some reason, the first appearance Sasuke has, he's deciding, oh, you know what, Naruto? Never mind all that development I had before. I'm just gonna kill you right now. And then Orochimaru stops him, and Kabuto. It's completely reversed. It should have been the opposite. Orochimaru and Kabuto should have been the ones trying to kill Naruto, and Sasuke should have been the one trying to stop them. But anyway, that happens, and it's not great. And the thing is, after this arc, Hebi Sasuke is actively avoiding killing people. He's going out of his way and saying, don't kill anyone here, okay? So he gets to, okay, Jugo, don't kill people here. We don't want to kill. I just want to kill Itachi. That's the only man I'm going to kill. He even tells that to Orochimaru. Sure, Sasuke kills Orochimaru to quote-unquote kill Orochimaru. In his mind, he killed Orochimaru. But it's after this arc, and Orochimaru, I mean, he is probably one of the worst human beings ever, so good for Sasuke for killing him and ridding society of Orochimaru, but you can see that Sasuke has a clearly defined moral compass after this arc. He is a good character underneath. Not even underneath, he's just an all-out good character that has some different motivations and, has different means to achieving his very difficult goals. So he has to join Orochimaru to gain power and all that. But he is not evil. He's not killing people because of a whim. So how about Sasuke's confrontation with Team 7? It's not Team, it's actually Team Kakashi. I've been misspoken the entire video, but anyway. Sasuke is clearly much more powerful than all of them combined, and that's to be expected. Sasuke is an Uchiha prodigy. He should be more powerful than them. That's fine. I just think that it's very anticlimactic the way it happens. It's very quick, and Sasuke, he sees the Nine Tails, has a conversation with the Nine Tails and Naruto, and that's pretty much it. I was expecting something a little more grandiose for the final battle of the arc. This is not Hunter x Hunter that ends their arcs with some very different ways that is not involving like a battle. Hunter x Hunter likes to do that. They don't really end the arcs usually in a very climactic fight, but that's not how Naruto operates. Usually the ending of the arc consists of a very climactic, epic fight. I think this is the only canon arc, at least in Naruto, that this doesn't happen, because the main climactic fight happened in the middle of the arc when Orochimaru fought the Four Tails, and that was it. Sasuke fights them for like 2 minutes, not even that, and he was like, I'm gonna Kirin all of you, and then Orochimaru arrives and they leave, and that's it. It's anticlimactic, and I know a lot of people say, oh, this was perfect because it kind of hid Sasuke's true powers, didn't show the audience too much. Yeah, no, I know there's that. Don't show the monster. Don't show the monster in a horror movie, stuff like that. Yeah, but why were you trying to hide Sasuke's powers? We know what he can do. The only thing you wouldn't show is Kirin, obviously, because that should be revealed in the Itachi versus Sasuke fight. But he could have had a more intense fight, say against the Four Tails who just fought Orochimaru, and that was a setup for it. I was imagining, oh, okay, the Four Tails fought Orochimaru here, now it's going to be against Sasuke, and that's going to be good. No, Sasuke just leaves. I find that kind of disappointing, but obviously this isn't the worst part of the arc. The worst part is them acting out of character like never before. And then the arc concludes with Sai, gaining a little bit of emotions, I suppose, and completing his book, which is a nice touch. Sure, that's not bad. The problem is they don't do anything with the book that Sai does with his brother. They are fighting against all those different opponents, and then they meet in the middle of the book, and they shake hands, and everyone's like, oh no, Sai had to kill his brother, but actually no. So I just don't really like this trope. It's kind of a tiresome trope for me. I never write characters like that. Sakura did nothing in this arc. She was pretty useless as per usual. I mean, you would think that she would become useful after her fight against Sasori, but no, her character just goes downhill after that. And Yamato, yeah, he is a cardboard box, essentially. He doesn't do much. He's not very impactful. You don't really care about him at all. And then the arc ends. That's it. Don't write a shonen arc like that. It's kind of unengaging, especially when there isn't a big fight in the end and when your characters are acting out of character. That can take you out of the narrative. This is probably my least favorite arc to rewatch or reread in Naruto, but it's by no means awful. It's just the worst arc in Naruto, which isn't a bad thing because most Naruto arcs are excellent. I mean, it's a billion light years better than any crap Boruto's done so far, so I'm not really complaining about that. Watch this video right here for more content like this. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Like this video, and thanks for watching.